All right, welcome everybody. So, by the way, I was just chatting with Joe, and we were talking about a win, 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 win scenario. And so,
That's right.
that's what we're here to talk about today: is you really winning in your life, and a huge part of that is getting this license, wrapped up. And this license, I'm telling you, it can change your life in ways that almost nothing can. And so, I just hope that you prioritize it and you think about it in the right ways. And that's part of why we have Joe here today. So check this out. So first of all, Joe's a very good friend of mine, and he's a mentor and a friend. But Joe is a peak performance coach. So this is very important, and an expert in subconscious transformation. And so as we look at this licensing process, as we look at entrepreneurship and really helping you change your life, the key first is changing how you think. And so I'm going to have Joe, he's going to come on and take a few minutes and talk to you about some key things that you can do to make sure that you're successful here, starting with the license and then moving out into the real world.
Amazing. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for that introduction. And I want to say hello to every single one of you and welcome to World Financial Group. I want to start by acknowledging something real. You are all here. You're listening to this video right now. You're listening to me and you're excited. You see the possibility. You're fired up about the opportunity and what this could mean for you, for your family, for your future. And here's what I know about working from a ton of people in this industry just like you. That excitement, that vision that you have, that's not naive. It's not unrealistic. It's actually the most accurate thing about you right now. But I also know something else. In a few weeks, maybe a month, maybe two, several of you, all of you are going to hit a wall. The exams are going to feel hard. You're going to get busy. You might start doubting yourself, and that excitement that you feel right now, it's going to get tested. So before we dive into all the training and all the things that the organization has to offer you, I want to provide you with some really important frameworks that will set you up for success. I want to set some frames that will determine whether you're still here in 6 months from now thriving or whether you become another statistic. So get your pens out, get your papers out, your notepads, and make sure you take some notes, because integrating when you're learning information while you're taking notes is an important thing. Frame number one, the exam is not the enemy. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the exams. Here's what happens to most people. They come in, they're excited, they start studying, and then they start building this story in their head. What if I fail? What if I'm not smart enough? What if I study all this time and I don't pass? And here's the sneaky part. They start treating the exam like it's the boss of them, like it's this gatekeeper standing between them and their dreams. So they procrastinate. They push it off. They tell themselves that they need to be more ready. And I think we need to frame this differently right now. The exam is not your enemy. The exam is not even a test whether you're good enough. The exam is a tool. It's literally the vehicle that takes you from where you are to where you want to be. That's it. Think about it like this. If I told you that in 60 days from now, you could take a test that would open up the ability to build a six-figure income, to have freedom, to have time, to impact families, would you avoid the test? Would you push it off, or would you schedule it immediately and count down the days? See, the only reason exams feel scary is because we make them about us, about our intelligence, about our worth, but they're not. They're just a hurdle, and hurdles exist to be jumped over. So your first frame, the exam is your ally, not your obstacle. Schedule it early, study deliberately, and get it behind you. Frame number two, consistency beats intensity. Now, here's what most new recruits mess up, and I want to save this from you. I want to save this for you right now. You're going to meet people who have been here for a while. They're going to have big results. They're going to tell you all the stories about the all-nighters studying, the marathon prospecting sessions, about the grind that they went through. And you're going to think, I need to do that. I need to go hard. And here's the truth. Intensity can be good in certain contexts, and it can also be overrated because consistency is everything, not just in this business, in life, in entrepreneurship. The people who succeed in business aren't the ones that have a massive month and then burn out. They're the people who show up every single day when it's boring, when it's hard, when they don't feel like it. You don't need to study for 8 hours in one weekend. Let's study for 30 minutes every single day. You don't need to make 50 calls in one night, but make 5 contacts every single day. Because here's what happens with intensity. You do it once, it feels great, then you need to recover. And that recovery loses momentum. And momentum is everything in business. So your second frame, take note of it. Small daily actions compound into massive results. Compound is some language that you will all begin to use regularly. Protect your consistency like it's oxygen. Okay? Are you all ready for frame number 3? So frame number 2, consistency beats intensity. Frame number 3, your future self is watching. Okay, I want everyone who's watching this right now just to stop what they're doing. Put down your pens. And I want you to imagine, and you can all imagine. Of course you can. My 3-year-old son can imagine. And close your eyes for a moment. Obviously, if you're not operating heavy machinery, close your eyes for a moment. And I want you to imagine something. It's 1 year from now, 1 year from today. And you're in the same place you are right now. You're watching this video again, except this time you're watching it because you're mentoring someone new. You're the veteran. What does that version of you look like? How do they carry themselves? What stories do they tell about this first year? Now, here's the question. What did that version of you do today? The version who made it? The version who's thriving? What did they do that the version who quit didn't do? So you can open your eyes, of course. I'll tell you what they did. When it got hard, they remembered why they started. When the exam felt overwhelming, they scheduled it anyway. When they didn't feel like making calls, they made 3. When they wanted to quit, they took one more step. See, every single decision you make right now is either building that future or erasing it. And the crazy part, the decisions that matter most feel tiny in the moment, like scheduling the exam, showing up to a training, making one more call, but your future self is watching it right now. And they're either proud of you or not, based on what you do in the next 90 days. So here's the third frame. Every action is a vote for the person you're becoming. Your future self is watching. So vote wisely. The last frame that I want to share with you all, and it is very important, is that you are not behind. Okay? Because you're going to come in and you're going to compare yourself to other people. It's going to happen. You're going to see other people who pass their exams faster, someone who's recruiting like crazy, someone who seems to have it all figured out. You're going to think, I'm behind. Let's stop that right now. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. Your timeline you're on is your timeline. The lessons you need to learn are your lessons. The pace you're moving is the right pace for you. Now, some people take 2 weeks to pass their exam. Some people take 2 months. Both can build massive businesses. The exam is just one tiny step in a very long journey, right? This isn't for sprinters. This is for marathon runners. But what matters isn't how fast you move. What matters is that you keep moving, that you don't stop, that you don't let comparison steal your momentum. And that is frame number 4. Your only competition, and many of you may have heard this before, but your only competition is the person you were yesterday. Focus there. Okay. So let's bring this home because you're about to go through something challenging. The exams will test you. The business will stretch you. And there will be moments where you question whether you can do this. But here's what I know. You didn't end up here by accident. Something in you recognized an opportunity. Something in you said, I want more than I'm experiencing right now. Whether that's more money, whether that's more time, whether it's more freedom, more travel, but that instinct, trust it. Trust it, because in the next few months, Adam and I are going to do calls so that we can support you. We can support and shoulder you, reconnect you, and help you remember why you started this business in the first place, and set you up for success. And the four things that I want you to remember from this video: this exam is your ally. Schedule it, get it done. Consistency beats intensity every time. Show up daily. Your future self is watching. Make them proud. And you're not behind. Keep moving. This business works if you work it. Not perfectly, not flawlessly, not just consistently. Welcome to World Financial Group. Let's build something incredible together.
All right. Great message, Joe. And I love it. I love everything he said, and I could relate to it because at one point I didn't have a license, just like everybody here. And I'm going to just end on this quick thought. I want you to think about everything that you currently do not have in your life that you want. What is it that you want? Is it time? Is it money for your family? Whatever it is, tie your studying to everything that you do want. Don't be looking at your studies like, oh, I got to study. It's, oh, I get to study, because that license can give you everything you want. So I want you to feel it, see it, and just believe it every day, picturing all the great things that are going to come from the license. Get excited about it, because that license will have the ability to give you everything that you want. Trust me on that. So here's my final thought. If the license can give you everything you want, I recommend getting everything out of the way that's not the licensing until you have it. And then from there, we can recalibrate. We're so excited to have you on the team, excited about, making this happen. Let's commit to getting that license. And trust me on this, once you have that, we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that you're successful here with us. All right, let's go get it.